Good. Ready? Focus. Nice.
Your group's now played a handful of games against really high caliber opponents. What have you learned from that, and specifically offensively, what do they have to do to get better?
Yeah, I think some of the freshmen are speeding up a little bit. I think they need to let the game come to them. And, you know, when you're facing elite pitching, you really got to have a good game plan and stick with it. That's really hard to do. And just takes a maturity level and an experience to get that. So I'm excited we're getting the experience. I just don't want to tip over into frustration to lose the ability to be present to learn from it. So I think those are the things we're trying to balance right now, is to be fascinated with that process instead of frustrated with the process. Because when you get fascinated, you start to learn how to stick to plans and do things, whether the result is good or bad. And I think that's right now where we're trying to teeter that line, because you know you want to perform for your team, but the reality is like you've got to learn how to stick into one pitch softball. And I think that's just the chats that we're having with them and collectively as a team.
How was Angeli after that hit by pitch?
Yeah, I mean we're taking a beating right now. I don't know where the softball gods turned on us, but we'll pull them back in our corner eventually here soon. Yeah, she'll have a little bruised lip for a while, I think, but she's tough. We're a tough group. So.
Are you able to talk about Torres at all?
She's in concussion protocol, so yeah. So imagine hopefully maybe this week we'll see what we can get her on. But yeah, I mean that's the game sometimes. Next woman up, and I thought Griggs did a great job today.
We talked about it's learning for some of these freshmen. McKinnister just obviously a couple big pieces of hitting today, and the home run there at the end to stay with the shutout. What can that do just for her and for the group to point to be like, hey, look, we can do this. We can do it against this level of competition.
Yeah, you know, I think that's, you know, just a prime example, right? Is Sturge was feeling it the last couple games, and then she comes out and has a great game today. Marin was good, and then all of a sudden, like, pushing a little bit and chasing. And so that's just, you know, we have to live freshmen going through those experiences and just make sure that they don't go past the line of frustration. So, you know, I thought Sturge was really locked in today and really got after some good swings. But again, like, she can't win the game for us. It takes a full team. And so we've got to be really good at pulling people up when they're feeling a little bit of the frustration. And we're a quiet group and they're a hardworking group, so they like to kind of do their own thing. But the reality is, like, I got to pull people with me. And so I think that's, you know, the conversations that we're having.
Have you noticed any kind of like timing issue on these fastball pitchers that they're pumping like 71, and it just seems you guys are mistiming a couple things?
Yeah, it's not so much the mistiming, I mean just the movement right now. So when you're facing kids that can go up and down, and I think a lot of people don't realize when you got 6-7 inches up and 6-7 inches down, like you can't just go to one spot. You got to sell out from top or underneath, and then when you add the velo piece to it, 70, 71, like you definitely got to be on time, but you can't be on time under or over. So I think that's what we're trying to figure out right now is, you know, how do we get in there and sell out for a plan for a pitch of what we're trying to get to. And so again, I want to sign up to face these arms. You want to see these arms over and over again so you can learn and, you know, get better. And no one's handing out trophies or, you know, postseason bids right now. So we just got to go keep grinding and getting after it.
A lot of swings and misses on fastballs today, chasing a good amount up in the zone. How do you think your team can get better at handling velocity and maybe like lowering the chase rate going forward?
I think it's the plan, like I just spoke of. Like you got to go in with the plan and you got to stick to your plan. And you got people pumping the zone and kind of saying, here's the pitch, and you're not ready to stick with your plan, then you put yourself on heels and a pitcher's count. And so, you know, that's a very mature thing to do as a hitter, is to stick to it, and collectively as a hitter or as a hitting group of offense. And so, you know, I think can we get better at that part of it? Those are probably two of the best arms that we've faced consistently. And, you know, we put some runs on the board, then they can really pump the juice there. So, you know, we've got to be better in pitch execution so we can stay tighter in ball games. So one pitch can, you know, one swing can mean something. When we're up by 3 or 4, they can just pump the zone at that point. So it goes on the offense and defensive side. But yeah, I would say sticking to a plan is something we got to get a little bit better at.